I haven't done this in a while. Just talking to a camera and talking to a camera. That's pretty much it. So yeah, let's talk, man. I just wrote down some ideas on my phone yesterday. I was just doing nothing. I watched this one video yesterday of this guy talking about, I believe it was a video recorded on Harvard, where this professor, I think he was a professor, where he was talking about default mode. Like a default mode is the thing that gets triggered in your brain when you're doing nothing. So we're always being busy. I'm gonna just give y'all a quick recap. Y'all can, I'll link the video down in the description. It really made me think a lot yesterday. But the guy was talking about when you're doing nothing, let's say you're waiting on the bus, for example, when you're doing nothing, a default mode gets activated in your brain, which makes you feel really uncomfortable. It makes you think of things that you don't really think about too often, like the bigger questions in your life, like what you're doing with your life, your career path, shit like that. And that's what I've been doing today, and that's what I did yesterday, and that's the time where I actually came up with a lot of video ideas. Because we always tend to be on our phones when we're doing nothing. Let's say you're waiting on a friend, you grab your phone. Let's say you're eating, you grab your phone. We're just always busy, and we just always do shit to kind of not think about the uncomfortable or the things that you're not as certain about in your life. For example, what you're doing with your life, if you're wasting your life. You feel me? Y'all get what I mean. So I came up with a bunch of ideas yesterday, and I just kind of thought back to this channel. It's a lot of dust on this channel. I believe my last upload was over a few months ago. And today I just wanted to talk about if things don't work out as you, like how you expected them to turn out when you first started the process or the progress, you feel me? Even if it's a relationship, a job, an opportunity that you get, it could be anything, And I realized that I really stopped tripping about things that don't work out. As y'all know, for the ones that know me, I got a second channel with over 80,000 subscribers where I make beats, where I just make music content. And in my music production journey, I met a lot of people. A lot of people contacted me. I reached out to a lot of people, and I got a lot of opportunities throughout my career so far. I've been doing this for like six years, something like that. Yeah, I got a lot of opportunities. I've had a lot of people promise me things that ended up not happening. And at first I really felt bad about it. Like, I'm gonna just give that as an example. Like I said, you can kind of convert this to y'all's situation. If that may be a relationship, if that may be something in school that's going on, if that's a job that you got fired on, you feel me? Or it could be about friends too. If you've lost friends in your life and you still feel bad about it, I kind of stopped tripping about it. And I'm gonna give y'all some examples. For example, like I said, in my producer career, I've had people promise me a lot of amazing things, a lot of great things. Me working with an artist, us working with an artist, I'm talking about me and the producer that reached out to me. Just a lot of promises that never actually happened or that I never seen proof about. That's also a thing that I want to talk about. I just need proof now. I just need proof. If someone promises something to me, I just want proof. Given the producer example, let's say someone DMs me, he tells me, yo, keep sending me beats, keep sending me this, keep sending me that. We're working with Future. That's a scenario that I've been in multiple times. Future being the example now, but I've had major names being dropped at me, like we're working with this artist, this artist, this artist. And at first, I got so excited because that was the first time that I was actually in a position like that, a position where I saw like a bright future ahead of me. You feel me? Like I was so new into all the networking, producer community shit that a promise that was made to me like that really excited me. It really motivated me. And that's a great thing. But also you got to realize if it's something that motivates you a lot, it can really tear you down as well. Like, of course, the peak of if something works out, the higher it is, the worse the low is going to be as well. Let's say someone tells me, yo, send me beats. I'm going to the studio with Future and Lil Baby tomorrow. And I send the beat, and the beat actually ends up being used. That's the highest peak of the highest spike of dopamine, whatever it might be. That's the highest peak of happiness that I might get. Like, the high is really high. But let's say that shit don't work out, and it doesn't work out. I don't get a song with Future or Lil Baby, or the person is lying for their benefits or their favors. The low is also really low. So I noticed that a lot of those things, same as with relationships, you feel me? It's something that you envisioned. If it's something that you had in your mind, if it doesn't turn out like that, someone breaks up with you, or anything like that, if it doesn't work out how you planned it to work out in your head, you feel me? The lows are really low. Like, you can really get down to your lowest point in life while having that mindset, right? And that's something that I stopped doing. It's something that I've been working on for, I'd say, a few months, a few years maybe. It's just to stop tripping about things that don't work out as you plan them to work out. Now, like I said, it's a million different scenarios where you can actually apply this on. So that's why I like this mindset as well, is because it's so easy to convert or apply in anything that doesn't work out how you pictured it or how you wanted it to turn out. And what really helped me is to just realize that some things just aren't meant to be. Some things aren't meant to be in your life. Some things are like not meant to happen. Of course, some things you can force them to happen, but I'm gonna talk about that later. Is that you shouldn't force things, of course, but there's some things in your life that are meant to happen and that are not meant to happen. It's something that I realized and something that I live by, and it's something that gives me a lot of peace. Because let's say something doesn't work out, and from my experience, my example is, of course, let's say I don't get the song with the major artist that was promised to me. I could really start tripping about it, and I did multiple times. I felt bad about it. I was like, damn, why aren't they texting me back? Why aren't they replying to my messages? Why am I not hearing anything about it, about the opportunity that they promised to me, right? And it could be the same as people promising you shit and just not committing to it, or that shit just doesn't happen, or it doesn't work out, you feel me? And if you just realize that some things in your life aren't meant to happen or aren't meant to be, it really gives you peace of mind. At least that's what it did for me, and that's why I'm sharing this video, and that's why I wanted to talk about this topic, is so I hope that y'all could kind of get what I mean and could hopefully experience the same thing or apply the same mindset. Even, like, of course it takes a while to work on and to realize that some things really aren't meant to happen. You might cross paths with someone or with an opportunity or with a job. You feel me? You just cross paths, but y'all were never meant to align, you feel me, throughout your whole life. Like, it's two lines that just cross once, and they might just stick together a little bit, you feel me, for a little bit, but they'll end up crossing. You feel me? It's just a point in your life where you had that job, where you had that relationship, where you got that opportunity, but y'all just crossed. That's it. Y'all were never meant to align and just go up together. You feel me? Just kind of stay. That opportunity was never meant to stay in your life. That opportunity was never even meant for you, right? It might have been for someone else. And that's painful. It can be really painful. But that's why this mindset is so strong. This mindset, this skill. And of course, it's easier said than done. I wrote down some talking points in this video. But yeah, what gave me peace is to just accept that it happened. Just accept that someone fucked you up, that an opportunity might not work out, that you get fired from that job. But you shouldn't be forcing things, man. That's something that gave me the most peace, and that's the thing that confused a lot of people around me too. Or people that I just kind of let go because I wasn't trying to force anything. Because I'm a strong believer that some things are meant in your life and some things are meant to be, and some things just aren't. And you feel me? That's something that confuses a lot of people, because a lot of people see that you're doing fine after a big change, after you get screwed over, after you get promised something that just ends up not happening. But if you really realize, and if you live by the example that I just gave, that some things just aren't meant for you, some things aren't meant to stay in your life or aren't meant to happen for you, and if you don't force those things and just let them go and just let them be, you're going to be so peaceful, man. You're going to find so much peace, and it is really hard at first. Like, at first you're going to be hurt. You want to text the person that promised you something. You want to just keep spamming them, talking about, why aren't you texting me? Why aren't you letting me know about the big opportunity that you talked to me about? And it really drains you, man. It could really drain a lot of energy that you could put in other things, that you can put in genuine connections, in genuine conversations with people, in genuine relationships with partners, business-wise, however you want to apply it to your situation. It's a lot of energy that just gets wasted, bro. Because if it wasn't meant to happen and you're still applying a lot of pressure, a lot of energy, you're putting a lot of energy in a person, in an opportunity, in a job, you're wasting all that energy. Because at the end of the day, it might not work out. You feel me? It might not have been meant to work out. So you're wasting all that energy, putting it all in that bucket. End of the day, the bucket just disappears, right? And all your energy is gone. While you could have filled a bucket with something that actually would have lasted, or something that would actually benefit you for the rest of your life, instead of just a path that gets crossed, like a turning point, like a little period in your time. Like, you're wasting so much energy, man. And I stopped doing that. So if it's like a big change in my life, if that's career-wise, relationship-wise, anything, and you just leave it, you actually get a lot of energy from it. Like, you gain a lot of energy from it as well, since it's not draining you as much anymore. Like, of course you're still thinking about it. Of course you might not be able to sleep about it. Of course you're going to be stressed about it. But if you just leave it, you're left with so much energy that you would have wasted if you kept feeding on that thing that just wasn't meant to work out in the first place. And of course, it could be really confusing for some people. They see you doing good after something crazy happened, after something huge happened, something really bad happened, and they see you doing good. And that's what confuses a lot of people. And that gives you a lot of power as well, talking relationship-wise, talking career-wise. If people are trying to benefit from you and their intentions weren't really that genuine in the first place, if they just see you leave something, it drives them crazy, bro. It really drives them crazy. Like I said, career-wise, however you want to look at this, right? And I know that y'all watching have a scenario in your head or a moment in your life where y'all can relate on what I'm talking about. So, and really think about that moment and think about how you could have done it differently. Like I talked about regret a lot of times on this channel, and I can make a future video about why I don't really trip about regret anymore as well. But yeah, there's a reason why I made this channel in the first place, to share my experiences so y'all can save time in y'all lives, you feel me? Or just kind of get control back in your lives, right? So yeah, that's basically what I mean. Like you keep trying to get control over things, kind of get grip over things that you can't control. You're trying to work something out or talk to someone if it wasn't meant to be in the first place, you feel me? If it wasn't meant to work out, you're still trying to control something that just wasn't meant to be controlled by you in the first place. And like I said, man, like it drains you. It really drains you, and it can really free you if you just let go, bro. I wasted so much time on that and so much emotion too. Like I got mad so many times, I got sad so many times, I got happy so many times. And it's nothing about being happy, you feel me? Of course, being happy about something is amazing, but if it ends up not turning out how you expected it to turn out, it just pushes you from the peak happiness all the way to the bottom. You feel me? And like I said, nothing wrong with being happy. Like if you're happy about something that you didn't know at that moment of time was never going to happen, you were still happy at some point about it, but the low doesn't even out the peak of the high, right? Let's say I'm really happy about something, it doesn't end up turning out how I wanted it to turn out. I get sent to the bottom, bro, to the pit, all the way to the bottom, and that just doesn't even out. You feel me? The high might be this high, but the low might be a mile down. You feel me? So it doesn't even out me being happy for something that didn't even happen in the first place. So, and of course y'all got to realize that some things are meant to happen. Some things are meant to stay in your life, and some things are meant to turn out, or are going to turn out how you expected them to turn out, or how you want them to turn out. Of course, there are a lot of beautiful things in life too. I just talked about the bad things now, but y'all got to realize that good things stay. Good things don't just go away. Good things don't require you to waste all your energy and feel drained all the time for them to stay. You feel me? Like a job that you really enjoy, a job that you really want, and a job that was meant for you. I'm giving a job as an example now. It's not going to be a job that's going to drain you every single day. It's not a job that you got to be worried about getting fired every day. It's not a job that makes you feel worse or makes you feel bad more often than it makes you feel good. You feel me? Like good things won't pass. Good things that were meant to happen for you are not just going to pass, and you shouldn't let them pass. And it's hard telling them apart, right? Like it's hard to tell the things apart that are meant to happen and are meant to stay, and things that are not meant to happen and not meant to stay in your life. And how I just work that out is I would just look at an opportunity at first and I would just go with it. I would just see where it goes, and if it ends up kind of hinting me or giving me signs that it's not meant for me, or that it's really draining me or wasting a lot of my energy, I would just let it go, and I wouldn't even like worry about it. And the time that I wasted feeding onto that opportunity or that relationship or that job, I'm not even tripping about it no more, because I didn't know better. And things that you don't know better about in some point in your life, that's what I talk about, regret and shit. Like things that you might regret at one point of your life, one point in time. If you thought that was the best thing to do at that moment of time and you didn't know better, you can't really be mad at yourself. But you can prevent tripping about it for months or years. You feel me? And of course, sometimes you can't just let it go like that. And I realize that. Let's say you're in a relationship for 20 years and y'all break up. Of course, you can't just not trip about it a little bit. But you can save yourself a lot of energy realizing that some things just weren't meant to be. And it's the same with relationships. Let's say you're in a relationship and someone ends up cheating, someone ends up breaking up, someone ends up doing a horrible thing to you. Let's say you were a month into that relationship and you were mad in love. Like, of course you can be fucked up, and it's gonna be fucked up. But I'm saying, if you realize that, like, the higher power, even if that's God, whatever y'all are into, or whatever that might be for you, y'all gotta realize that they might have just taken away that thing to save you trouble in the future, right? They might have just saved you so many years of your life that you might have wasted on feeding onto that one thing in your life that was really draining you bad. That's why I'm saying, like, you shouldn't just kind of lock yourself in a box hoping nothing bad is going to happen to you, because bad things are going to happen and you're going to learn from those things. But I'm just saying, y'all got to realize that if something wasn't meant for you in the first place, you just got to let it go and go on about your day, man. That's really what I'm trying to say. Like, if something, just see what it's about. If that's a person, a job, go show up to that bullshit ass job. It might turn out. Go show up to that person that's treating you bad. You feel me? But as soon as you realize that it's draining you, or you don't see shit working out, or it's not giving you anything, and you're giving your all to that thing, whatever that might be in your situation, you got to let go, bro. Like, if you stay in that toxic relationship, if you stay with that bullshit job, if you stay with that thing that's draining you, bro, you just got to let go. But if you stay within that cycle, you're the one to blame, though. Like, it's a tough game, bro. You're the one to blame. Like, it's no one else to blame. Let's say a person is treating you bad, your boss is treating you bad, you can just leave. You got all the rights to leave. But if you end up staying for some reason, whether that be someone looks really good but treats you bad, whether that be the job is paying you good but it's treating you bad, you're the one to blame, right? And that's tough, though. That's really tough. And y'all got to realize, bro, my homeboy put me onto this method, this mindset. He gave me this example one day. Let's say you got a good paying job, like a really good paying job, a solid job, but the boss really treats you bad. The boss abuses you, bro. Like, the boss just, he's mean. You feel me? You got a mean boss, but the job is paying kind of good, though. You might think, all right, I'm going to quit. But it's still paying nice, though. But you don't like showing up. The boss is treating you real bad. You feel me? Some people might end up staying for the pay of the job. Like, the job just pays good. But at the same time, y'all got to realize that y'all are a human being, too. And you aren't supposed to be treated like that, right? So let's say you quit that job, right? You quit that job. You'll feel good quitting that job. But, of course, there's going to be something in your mind that's still gonna sting. Like, it's still gonna sting, right? Let's say you quit. You make the right decision, you quit. We all realize that that's the best decision, of course, in the long run, in the long term. When you quit, you gotta realize that there might still be an opportunity if you accept the fact that you're jobless, you don't got a job at that point, you're not making any money, for example. Y'all gotta realize that there's still a chance that that boss might hit you up, or that boss might come back and be like, damn, I see you're not making any money. You can come back and make some money, right? Like, it's money over here. I still got a job here. You can come work. You can come back. You feel me? And that might be tempting. It might be that one person that gave you a beautiful promise, a beautiful business proposal, and you might have just let it go because you knew that it wasn't the right thing for you. It wasn't meant for you. It wasn't meant to happen, and you just let go of it. And you know that some opportunities and people come back, and they might be tempting. You feel me? The opportunity might still be tempting. Let's say I wasted all of my energy working on a big project that I ended up not getting any results from. It might be tempting because the opportunity is still there. I can still work with Future in the studio, right? But someone might be lying to me too. And the example that I just gave y'all, let's say that boss hits you back up and is like, damn, I see you're not making any money. I see you're still broke. You can come back here, work this bullshit ass job. You can come back here, work, and that might be tempting because you ain't got no money now, right? Like, you're stuck. You don't got no money now, and it might be tempting. And let's say you go back to work that bullshit ass job with the bullshit ass boss. He's gonna treat you even worse than before because he knows you're gonna come back again. You came back once, I can treat you even worse. I can go all out, treat you like you're a piece of shit, right? Tell you to send me 1,000 beats instead of the 100 beats that I was asking for before. I'm gonna treat you way worse than before because I know that he just came back. He just came back running back to me, right? And at that point, a person or an opportunity or whoever it might be is gonna take advantage of you even worse, bro. You don't want that. So that's why I'm telling y'all, if you realize something isn't meant for you, just let it go as soon as you realize something is meant for you, man. That's all I'm gonna say, because otherwise you're really the one to blame, because it's gonna get even worse, like I said, if you get back to that thing that was draining your energy at first. What I'm saying, even if things feel kind of random, there's always a bigger picture. Like, it's always something else waiting for you too. Because let's say that job, the example that I just gave y'all, let's say you're working a bullshit ass job, but it is paying good. You feel me? I believe that there's a bigger picture at the end of the day. It's something greater waiting for you if you just let go of that bad thing. But it might be something just kind of testing you out, seeing if you're actually willing to take the chance, take the risk of quitting that good, like quitting that job for the better job that is waiting for you. You feel me? It's a big risk, and it might be something testing you to see if you got it in you to take that risk. Because the biggest rewards that I got in my life were the moments where I took the biggest risks. You feel me? Risk and reward. It's easy. I'm not saying that y'all should quit y'all's jobs or end y'all's relationships or stop sending beats to that one guy that's asking for beats, or stop. You feel me? Y'all get what I mean, whatever y'all situation might be. I'm not saying y'all should just quit everything. I'm just giving y'all the reality check of, if you deep down know, because your gut is always right, bro. If you deep down know that something wasn't meant for you, it might be best to let go of it. But y'all gotta be sure about it too. You feel me? Y'all just gotta trust y'all gut and work on y'all gut feeling too. I'm still working on that as well, man. You just gotta keep moving, for real. Like, you can't keep tripping about things that are not working out. You just gotta keep moving, and greater things will happen, man. Let's say I'm working with something that might be 10% of the capability or the thing that's waiting for me. I'm feeding 10% right now, but 100, like, the other 90% is still waiting for me, but I'm still stuck on that 10%. You feel me? I'm just working on this much right now, even though it might look like this much to me. But in reality, I'm working for this much that's draining me, while this much is waiting for me on the other side if I just let go of that. And I don't even gotta have a boss that gets mad at me every single day. I don't even gotta trip about nothing that's pissing me off with this much. You feel me? But I'm tripping about something that's this big, and I'm just driving myself crazy like that, bro. But y'all gotta realize that it's a bigger picture, like a greater reward waiting on you if you let go of the bad things, man. It's just the thing that's holding you back from it, that you might be praising. You might be locked in on that small thing that's draining all of your energy, while the big reward is still waiting for you. It's just waiting for you to let go of that small thing, bro. Just waiting for you to stop feeding onto that bullshit. Stop, let go of the thing that's draining you from the inside. And if it didn't work out and it wasn't meant to happen, y'all gotta realize that, like I said before, it might have been just protecting you from something that could have been even worse than you could have expected, man. Like, I can give y'all 1,000 examples talking about relationships, opportunities, or a job. A relationship being the easiest answer. Let's say you're in an abusive relationship, right? And you let go, or things just didn't work out. It might have been protecting you from something like a disaster, bro. Something way worse that you couldn't have even imagined in the first place. And that's a good thing to realize as well. Like, you might not even be thinking about the thing that was going to happen. You feel me? It might have not even crossed your mind once, the thing that was about to happen if you didn't let go, or if things didn't work out, or if that job didn't end up firing you, right? And that's interesting. Like, it's an interesting thing to think about, because it's something you were not thinking about, and it's something that you aren't even imagining, or something that hasn't even crossed your mind once. An irreversible thing that was going to happen if you didn't let go of something, or if something didn't get taken away from you. You feel me? That's really interesting. It's something that I think about quite a lot when things like this happen. But I hope that y'all get what I mean, man. If y'all got any questions, like I said, just leave a comment. If y'all got any feedback, any experiences that y'all want to share with me, or share with each other, share with everyone watching, drop a comment down below, man. I'm just catch you on the next video, man. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video, and I'm out.